It's occurred to me that I don't remember if I actually show these cutscenes like between like at the start of episodes or end of episodes anymore.
I think it's usually
like,
at the end, and then I feel like we usually start episodes just like outside of the hub.
Yeah, it's just tough between recording sessions because like it's gonna be that one time where we just completely skip a cutscene. Well,
doesn't seem too important.
No, it's literally just rock explodey, and then voice speaky. Keys.
Thy next foe is a very big guy with a big tummy. And
I can't see. My brightness is too low on the screen to be able to see in the shadows.
Oh shit!
I'll be fine.
Oh, that's bright.
Yes. Well, good thing I've got my brightness down. Like I can see just the difference of the brightness on my laptop screen compared to the game screen. It's great. I was half tempted to play the game in black and white though. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, to represent Zack Snyder's full vision.
Yeah. And welcome back to Bros in a Landfill. I guess we're doing the director's cut of Shadow of the Colossus.
The boys are at it again, slaying several divine wonders from the previous before times, just to have a bit of a giggle and a bit of a laugh.
You know, I was gonna bring it up last week where we were like on Saturday when we were supposed to record, but we didn't record because none of us felt like it. But now that you bring up Zack Snyder's True Vision, I actually ended up seeing the extended cut of Spider-Man on Saturday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Was it just like an extra 4 hours of them chatting and being like, "Hey, what's up, Spider-Man?"
No, it was just 11 more minutes of just some scenes going on slightly longer, and the end credit scene being different.
Different end credits?
Yeah, I mean, the end credit scene, rather than being a teaser for Multiverse of Madness, ended up just being a it was just like a fun goof scene that also sort of explains some sort of confirms some fans' theories of how some things ended at the end of that movie. Try to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, it's weird that we've opened with a conversation about what happens at the end of a movie that just came out. But I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I will say it is absolutely not worth paying more than the $3 that was the Nationals, because it was like a National Film Day.
Oh.
God, why does this guy not want to move through here? Is there some...
The horse is distraught at the death of Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
This is really dating the episode, by the way.
Yeah, that was not news I was prepared for today. Nor was I prepared for the amount of tonal dissonance between people talking about it online. Even though I've been on the internet for 2 decades.
It's pretty funny. And I feel like I'm going to hell for laughing at a lot of it. Man, this horse does not know where to go.
Yeah. I think there's a place for people, let's say, dealing with dark moments through humor. I think it's a very natural human reaction. Especially when you live in such a fucked up world. But man, some people just take it way too far and way too toxic. You know what I...
Well, I've been, like I was saying before the episode, I haven't really done anything today. I've spent my whole morning in kind of sleepy mode. So I've been sort of passively taking in, some people being sad and then some memes, and I'm like, I don't know what the responsible way to react to this kind of information is. Because it's like, man... I probably shouldn't take that much dark humor in someone's death, and I probably will go to hell for it one day. But, I kind of get where people are coming from when they view her as, this kind of avatar of, colonial expansion or whatever. And of, I don't know. I kind of get it.
I'm not, too familiar with, British, like history in that like sense.
Hmm.
It's just for me, I just personally find a lot of that sort of like putting all this putting all this like political weight behind the Queen when like when Britain has been a parliamentary long before she was even the Queen. And I think there is some sort of like there's this like weird dichotomy of both her being this like incredibly privileged like celebrity of British culture, while meanwhile like kind of just like being born into all of the nonsense that like and vitriol that comes along with it.
Yeah,
Like that makes
it's complicated. I mean, like,
like unlike
what was the Queen supposed to do? Not be the Queen?
yeah, like well, especially because like she was pretty much went into the role at such a young age. Like her uncle was supposed to be the king, but then he was exiled, and then her dad like became the king, but then he died young or something like that. So then she was put into the royalty at a very young age. So it's like her whole life has been like this like public service figurehead.
We were
Of
talking
being the
a couple weeks ago about the nature of evil, and we were talking about Dragon Ball Z, and we were like, Frieza doesn't really have a motivation to be evil. He kind of just is like this idea of evil. But then we're like, well, actually, he was born into a line of Friezas and raised with this situation and position from the beginning. So how could he have possibly turned out any different? He is a creation of his circumstance. Not that I'm saying that Queen Elizabeth ever, like, you know, threw a death ball at Planet Namek or anything like that. But it's like, I think if I was born under the Queen's circumstances, I'd probably be a bit like the Queen.
Yeah. So for audience reference, that is a conversation we had not on cast. Lunch and I like to have our long philosophical conversations. So I apologize for us not having recorded proof of our conversation that of Frieza not actually being that bad of a guy.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was, if anything, we might have just been making a case for determinism.
Yeah. I think there's always always somewhat of a mixture of determinism and non-determinism, but I think for the case of the Queen, it's a slightly different conversation just because of what was this? Because with her, it's like she's just kind of like a figurehead where she doesn't really run the country, and it was a position she was kind of forced into. Whereas let's say alternatively, you have someone like the president over here who, well, yes, is sort of a figurehead, and has more political weight behind compared to the Queen, but also the president in the U.S. also like chooses to be in that role.
Yeah, and he tries really fucking hard to become the president, and then, like, he's more than just a symbol of, you know, of the state of the world, or as it was.
We're really the weird thing with like talking about like the Queen and like the royal family is it's a lot closer to something like the Kardashians than it is.
Yes, dude, that's true.
Like, I'm not the first person to say that I am definitely ripping off other people talking about it.
No, but I just never heard that before. But that to me feels really true. It's like like if loving the Kardashians was seen as like really patriotic.
Yeah, I mean, is it not?
Not quite in the same way, but
yeah. But I'd say like probably like one of the like at least with the Queen, it's like this is a position like I understand like. When it comes to politicians, like, I totally understand clowning on them. Like, they choose to be in these positions. They go up for vote. They directly impact policy and whatnot. I just feel kind of weird doing that, giving the same sort of treatment to someone that, like, well, yes, a very privileged person. Like, her entire life was in the public eye. And she had no choice and had no real, like... The sway she had was more cultural than anything specifically policy.
I think the thing you just mentioned about how like being born into a position is a bit different from choosing to be there. I can't. The one thing I can't forgive is when she blew up Krillin on Namek.
God damn it.
Sorry, I got mixed up again. It's not my fault.
Look, everybody knows that Krillin deserved it.
Trybien. This has gone too far.
Look, we all knew he was gonna, like, everybody knew that he'd be able to come back from a Dragon Ball. Like, he played at the
He was asking
feet of
for
gods.
It.
Yeah, he was asking for. He played at the feet of gods. Like, what else did he think was gonna happen?
Hello?
Sorry,
I think we had some technical
drastically-
difficulties for a second there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just cut that part out and put up a thing that says technical difficulties and zoom in on a picture of a raccoon eating
exploded.
a hot dog or something. No, you motherfucker!
This whole thing is very confusing me. Where I'm supposed to.
I love the Shadow of the Colossus episodes because like sometimes we're like talking about the deaths of world leaders and Wanda is just side rolling into a gecko for like a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds about right. And then we'll go into talking about how dope Sonic Frontiers music is.
Yeah. Okay. That's what a transition. Yeah, they showed off the ending theme for the new game.
Oh, also the opening theme was leaked. The opening theme was really
I haven't listened to the opening one. I wasn't going to listen to the ending because I thought, what, it's the ending? And then I saw that everyone was talking about it and you were excited. So I was like, okay, I'll jump in this one. But like,
I was right with you there. I was 100% like, oh man, I don't want to listen to this till I beat the game. But then again, it's one of my favorite bands. Like,
yeah, for you,
you can't do this. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what an interesting game. What an amazing marketing turnaround they've had where, like, this game was getting fucking clowned on for, like a solid month or two, and they've just slowly been building the goodwill.
I definitely contributed to it. And granted, like, some of that lack of goodwill was definitely caused by some, like, irresponsible, footage sharing from a certain news outlet.
Well, I mean, Sega gave them the footage. Like, I mean, I think they.
Well, no, I think Sega. I mean, it was I don't think Sega gave them. Wasn't it more like Sega gave them a build, and they were playing or something?
I'm not sure exactly, but whatever happened, like they shouldn't have all signed off on the same.
Oh yeah. On
what came out, but they've done a real 180 on the marketing. That's really cool. But it is interesting that like that so that song, like, it's so did that lizard just fucking say no, I'm done. Did you watch him? He just ran off a cliff.
Yeah.
The direction of the game seems a bit like it's more serious. It's more kind of 2000s. It's like what we remember 2000s Sonic being like, to be honest.
I'm actually finding it sort of interesting because, like, 2000 Sonic was still very goofy, but this seems to be playing it a lot more straight and.
Well,
because
I think 2000 Sonic was trying to play it seriously all the time, but it was just like a different era, and that was the best they had.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess maybe like cause Sonic's always sort of had some, like, being Japanese media has always had some overlap with, like, anime. So there's always been some level of anime-isms in it. And the early 2000s definitely have that more, like, cartoony, like, edgy serious. Whereas, like, I mean, Frontiers might be funny. Like, it might have, like, its goofs and gaffs. But it doesn't seem to have the same. It seems to be a lot more emo than spunky, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, it kind of makes sense because they're going for this sort of contemplative, kind of big, mysterious, open atmosphere with, like, the world design and the music. So
yeah, I mean, I hope it's not just, this is like them trying to make Sonic grown up. Now, like, I hope that, like, they have a clear vision and it sells it.
it feels. It seems like the most I've had a vision probably since Generations, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Unleashed clearly has a vision. I've been playing a bit of that game lately because I recently procured an Xbox Series X with my flatmate.
I need to play the non. We're gonna play the non-Wii version of Unleashed
Yeah,
at some
well,
point.
the Unleashed on Series X is like it really improves all the like frame issues and stuff, and so like it's way smoother, less loading time and stuff. And that game, you know, say what you want about it, but it has a really clear vision. It feels very Pixar.
Oh yeah.
In a really wholesome kind of way.
I mean, even just like with the marketing at the time and how much like love they put into like the cartoons and stuff they made for it. Like they were clearly, this was like clearly supposed to be like the revival of Sonic after like the.
Oh no, it's really inspired, and like I think the game has issues, but like I still really respect what they're doing with it, and I think Frontiers is probably the most ambitious, most with vision and passion game since Unleashed in the main series. Or that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, no, I definitely get the feeling it definitely did not feel like that at first, but they're like. Like, because it did feel like, oh, this is just Sonic but open world first, but...
It's looking more and more like there's, you know, they've put a lot of effort into this new setting, new scenarios. Even the voice acting is, like, quite different.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like they got, like, one of the Sonic comic writers to the story. They got one of the biggest international rock bands to sing their ending theme.
Right, they're doing everything, you know? Like, they're going hard.
It's like... It's so weird, like 1OK Rock is such a weird band for me, because on one end it's a J-Rock, like, band.
Yeah.
That's like, oh yeah, like, I like my Japanese media. But, like, it is, like, legitimately, like, a real, like, big international band. So, like, I'm in this case where I sit in this area, it's like, I feel like I'm being niche listening to this, but I'm actually, like, super basic and mainstream. Granted, I was listening to them since like I think 2015. It would have been after their sixth or seventh studio album. Though I mainly got into their work of their fifth and sixth albums, and then was even
I hope this continues and just like gets progressively more extreme. Like, you know, like give us like a new Sonic spin-off game and put Doja Cat on it or something.
That'd be dope.
Oh my
I
god,
don't know enough about Doja Cat.
Doja Cat fucking slabs.
Yeah. I'd say like only like the only other thing though is like, as much as I'm really happy about 1OK Rock like being on something like a Sonic game and having more people exposed to them, like in all honesty, like I much prefer their early, like some of the earlier sounds than their, because they've got more of a pop electronic, right, which is fine. Bands evolve, they change their sounds, whatever. I don't care. I legitimately don't care. I have music.
Yeah, but you're allowed to have your favorite as well.
It's like, well, it's more so. It's like, oh man, they're getting Sonic, they're getting 1OK Rock to do a Sonic song. It is a really awesome sounding song, but man, I would have loved them to have like, pre-pop 1OK Rock doing a Sonic song.
I get what you mean.
I mean, because like even like pre-pop 1OK Rock is like is such good AMV material. I know like people are like, oh, like Sonic's back in like the AMV, putting out AMV music and whatnot. But I got into that 1OK Rock through an AMV.
I think
it's fun.
Maybe like when it comes to stuff like that, I think people are starting to realize it's okay to just like shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if it feels a bit cringe. I'm hoping people are becoming free of cringe. Because I'm trying to purge the cringe from myself and just like that. Whoa, nice flip.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely on the same boat there. Though I don't necessarily know if being free of cringe is necessarily the right goal. I think more so redefining what is cringe and enjoying, because maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just one of the things where it's like there's a very fine line between camp and cringe, and
yeah,
I think if in some ways if people are more accepting of cringe wouldn't hurt as much. But at the same time, jeez, this is gonna be a very dark stage for me to be doing this low brightness. Okay, maybe not too bad.
Yeah, we got some sun coming in.
Yeah. But I think I'm stuck on something because I literally can't see it on my... So, audience probably doesn't.
Maybe you just can't leave this thing. Maybe you have to fight it on foot.
Yeah. So, audience isn't aware, but, like, I've been having a migraine, so I turn my brightness all the way down on Shadow of the Colossus of all games. It's not affecting the video because it's on my monitor, but still. Major yikes. I'm assuming this is the right place.
Man, this has been such a chill episode that I can't believe we're about to fight like a massive boss.
Well, let's just see how massive it is, because some of these are more massive and less massive than others.
Shadow of the pretty big guy.
Slightly large gentleman.
The large gentleman. Yeah. Oh, see, he's not that big. Oh, he's long. He's a long boy.
Long boy. Sandfish!
Oh, he's cool.
Man, the Colossus designs and these are just dope. Well, I'm glad I got 2 more of those. Oh, hello. See, he could come.
He's decided he knows how to step over a small rock.
A slightly large rock. A slightly not big rock.
Yeah, yeah. You do care, aggro. Oh my goodness, this is an energy shift. Look at the cool sound effects.
Look,
you know,
that is an aesthetic. Like,
Oh,
I'm actually
no.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to boost my brightness. This was a big mistake.
Okay, put the dead Krillin screen back on.
I mean, then again, Krillin was asking for it.
You shut your goddamn mouth. The other day, we had some friends over at the house, and you know we were chatting and having a drink and stuff. And this one chick was talking about the SpongeBob movie. And I was,
Which movie?
like the original one that has David Hasselhoff in it.
Nice.
And the group was talking about David Hasselhoff in that movie. And I was like, man, like, I only half remember that, because I haven't seen the movie since I saw it as a kid in the cinema. And the chick I was talking to was like, wait, how old are you? And I think from that moment, I turned into a skeleton and died. And this is just some kind of extensive dream since that point. She's like, you saw it at the movies?
Huh, okay, that's not how you beat it.
I
forgot how creepy.
I became
those get.
Wanda, trapped in the sand.
We need to stop this meme of like anybody under like 50 being old.
I know it's not my fault, but multiverses. Have you played? Did you?
Yeah.
Have we talked about multiverses? It's like, yeah. How old are you? Are you all these ages, or are you over 22? But it's just it's fun. It's kind of interesting and funny to you know, go through these new sensations of like, oh, I've passed into a new age bracket, and that's okay. I was talking to another friend of mine, who's like about the same age as me, and
okay, since you finish your conversation now, then I'll continue.
Oh, she just made a reference. She just made like a Doge meme reference, like, wow, very, you know, like the, like much arrow, very sand kind of thing. And I thought, this person, we're homies because of that, because the Zoomers are gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? We get to hold on to this little random piece in history when memes lasted for more than 1 minute.
I like the sound of that. But if I were to...
I never thought I would be nostalgic about Doge, but here we are.
I feel like maybe I need to get him to run into one of these. I mean, wait, I'm gonna mindfuck you. So you assume you're over 22, years old, but how do you know that at some point you didn't become a clone of the original Brett Lunchbillion and are actually like 5?
Okay, one.
And he
fuck
just
you.
and he just shares his memory, his consciousness.
Well, being over 22 is not just a factor of literal age. It's like it's a self-identification. It's like about the information and memories that I have. Like if I'm 5 years old, but all my memories are from before 5 years ago, then in terms of my experience and my identity and personality, I am still a 26-year-old. Age is just a construct, man.
So if age is such a construct, then there's nothing to feel old about ever. You just have more wisdom and experience than other people, and you can hold it above them without being cooler.
What a bunch of fucking dorks that didn't even see SpongeBob in the theater.
Yeah, you gotta stop thinking about like, man, I'm so old. It's like, huh, man, you losers didn't get to see SpongeBob in the theater.
These fucking Zoomers didn't even watch David Hasselhoff in the SpongeBob movie in the cinema. Why should I trust them about anything?
Yeah, sounds about right. I
Dude,
like the sound of that.
You're taking mad damage on this level.
Oh, of course. So it's saying, get on my horse.
Get on the horse, douchebag.
So that's annoying. So it's like, oh, thy legs are not possible. Okay, so that's cool. You tell me I have to run away from him. But, oh, you know, is this gonna be like one of those weird ones where I've got to run away, have him chase, and then...
I guess we're chasing him as those, like, pillars, right? Not like small rocks, but like the full-on columns.
Well, I'm glad to know the horse was okay.
The horse is fine. Yeah, maybe you chase him into the pillar, and then like a bit of the roof falls in on on its head.
I almost wonder if I'm supposed to run away, then hit him in the eyes with the arrows. Because that sounds... Because there's a point like where like I'm running and it's just like, oh, it seems like the camera goes.
Okay. Oh, damn.
He just stopped. Even though, so this is one of those cases where like, oh, you have to keep.
I mean, it's moving so fast that like I feel like shooting with an arrow would be pretty tough.
I just gotta get good.
Just gotta get good. Ooh. Has anyone modded Shadow the Hedgehog into this game? And is that a joke I've already made?
Probably and probably.
I mean, people have been modding all kinds of characters into Spider-Man on PC.
Yep.
Have you seen those pictures like Kermit? Like, fucking
yeah, that's
on the loading screen.
They're all great. I saw one where like it was Sonic. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've always thought that Insomniac or whoever it is would be great to make it a Sonic game. It's a little more literal than I would have imagined. Like,
Insomniac puts way too many quick time events for a Sonic game.
I mean, Sonic's no stranger to quick time events.
I was being a bit facetious because it's literally just hold forward the game.
Well, I mean, I just mean that like, oh fuck, bye horse. In the basic movement of Spider-Man, there's just this kind of nice sense of woof and kind of flow and like it's really easy, but there is a sense of momentum. It has a lot of Sonicisms, that game.
It's good. A lot of spunk.
It's got Sonic spunkisms.
This is one of those boss fight game designs where I feel like it's a bit obtuse of what I'm actually supposed to do, especially compared to the last boss, which was, oh yeah, you have these big things you just, you have like these geysers you get it on top of. It's like, okay, that made some sense.
Yeah, I feel like, for me, like, I think this game is cool, but looking at it, I'm like, Man, it looks so epic. I don't want to look like an idiot just running around for 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do. Like, you know, like if it was like a less high scope production value thing, I'd be like, all right, I'll just like move my little token around and see what happens. But I'm like, this feels like I'm accidentally making the blooper reel of like the most epic movie ever made.
Yo, that sounds dope.
Yeah, actually, maybe you're right.
They need to like make an epic action movie that's just a bunch of bloopers.
From Mario.
Yeah. Oh man, they're gonna have like just Mario the movie, but it's just a bunch of bloopers.
Dude, they have to make the blooper reel that's just full of bloopers. Oh my god!
Literally, my horse just.
I think he ate your horse.
Yeah. Oh no, he's right there. Like, if the camera's going... No, the horse clearly does not want to run.
They must have put these pillars here for a reason.
I definitely...
these tall structures.
I definitely... But they don't look climbable.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's probably meant to smash its head into them. You've got to stay on the horse, obviously. Or maybe they were saying stand on this rock forever.
I mean, that would certainly keep me from being killed.
I watched The Fellowship of the Ring recently. Because I've been meaning to watch the Lord of the Rings movies properly for a while because I'm a Kiwi. I've only seen bits and pieces of them as a kid. So I watched Fellowship of the Ring. Are you a Lord of the Rings guy?
Nah, I think I've seen like the first one. I played a bit of the Hobbit game, but I'm not super into high fantasy in the first place. So.
Well, I think what's cool about Lord of the Rings is that, like, I mean, the high fantasy stuff can be a bit dreary at times, but I really like the characters and like the little moments of humanity. Like, there's times where they like get into serious, dangerous situations because one of them wanted to cook a sausage, you know?
Nice.
Like, it's kind of funny like that.
That sounds mega poggers.
It was mega pog. I realized that Gandalf is mega poggers as well.
You should add Gandalf to Smack Studio.
Apparently he was gonna be in Multiversus, but maybe now he's not because of like difficulties negotiating with like the Tolkien estate.
That's very believable. And instead of that, we got Gizmo from Gremlins.
Boo! Oh my fucking god! Aim for. Okay, you were right. You were right. We're definitely shooting it in the eyeball. How the fuck is anyone supposed to do that?
Well, it's because I had my sword out. I knew what I had to do the entire time, just the game doesn't want to... You know, there was this great video put out today from Matthew Matosis, who does video essays like every once a year.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was on the topic of context-sensitive controls.
Okay.
And there's a whole section about how... technically speaking, the camera, like in 3D games, creates a lot of context-sensitive controlling in the movements.
True, because your movement is always relative to the camera position,
So,
right?
so yeah, I bring that because this is very much a case where I feel like, first off, the context-sensitive controls around the horse suck.
Yeah.
And then, actually, I mean, I only have so much time.
You don't have many. Yeah, you've got like 2 chances, and then half your health goes. Right, because it's like in this fight, like it's integral that you be able to like use those contextual controls to run a certain way and then turn around and then shoot in a really high stakes scenario.
Yeah.
Here at Bros in the Landfill, we don't like this boss.
Yeah. So I think the idea here is that like the horse keeps running, regardless.
Right. Nope,
Oh fuck! Eject,
get out of there!
eject,
Get out
eject.
of there! Okay, we can escape. We can escape. All right. This is workable.
So like the horse will just keep running on its own while I turn around if I build up enough speed.
Okay.
I think that's part of the problem with the horse controls in this game is it treats the horse like it's its own thing, which I guess adds a level of realism.
But it's like I'm trying to kill a fucking Tyson here, please.
But if I wanted to ride a horse in real life, I'd ride a horse in real life.
I would go to my local horse station. I would pay $7 to get on the first horse. I'd put on my horse helmet, and I'd ride around. I've never ridden a horse.
I think I've been on like a horse at a fair. I don't remember, like, or a pony. I've probably been on a pony.
I've been nearby a horse. I've seen a horse. My only issue with this whole conversation is like I can't believe Matthew Matosis would release a video on the same day that Queen Elizabeth died.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, to be fair, it was. I mean, I think for you at the very least, it would have been 2 different days because you're in Kiwi land, so you're safe.
I see. Well, I guess the Irish are allowed to not give a shit.
Yeah.
That's
Man, I was hoping to have just like nice long conversations with you about Spider-Man, no spoilers, and oh, I think I got one. Oh, okay, that was something.
Dude, so much damage. Yeah, sorry. This became the Queen Elizabeth II memorial episode. Oh my god.
Or, like and Sonic and 1OK Rock.
That's right. Yeah, the timestamps just will be like Queen Elizabeth, Sonic, Frontiers music, Queen Elizabeth, boss battle starts, Queen Elizabeth.
Yep. Sounds about right.
R.I.P. bro. I can't believe we're gonna do some real damage. Let's fucking go. You earned this.
Just like Queen Elizabeth earned killing Krillin. I'm not even saying it as a joke.
I'm not even gonna hype you up anymore.
I'm not even saying it as a joke. I thoroughly support Queen Elizabeth killing Krillin, unironically.
Unironically? No cap?
No cap. Okay, I think that's the last.
Oh,
For
nice.
this face. So I think I'll do it one more time with his other eye, I'm guessing. Yeah. Though going off of no jokes, it is quite sad, especially considering how many people like the Queen was a figurehead their entire lives.
Well, my girlfriend has a friend who is English, and he like during the last royal wedding or whatever, he like made a day of it. He got his friends over to all watch on TV, and they all made tea in the nice fine china. And I think that's a bit adorable. So that guy's taking the day off work today. Good morning.
Oh, dude, I did it twice in a
row. Dude.
I got good.
Damn. That was Queen Elizabeth smiling over you.
I mean, I also, in a lot of ways, I also kind of just generally feel bad given how, like, for the Queen, like, specifically with how, dramatized the crown has gotten these past, like, 20 years. Especially, like, these past 5 years, too. It's like, holy shit, like, it's one thing if it's, like, all, like, just, like, news and drama within your whole country, but to have, like, all this, like, international, like, treating it like the Kardashians.
Yeah, and it's, like, your family, like, fucking accused of some heinous shit. Oh my god, are we gonna kill this guy? We gotta go all in, bro.
And I know it's, like, all fun and dandy, like, making fun of, like, privileged people and stuff, but they're still people. Got their own shit. It's not like they're literally going around being Hitler.
Sure.
Like these like I am with these Colossuses.
Yeah, Wanda is. actually should be cancelled more than.
Oh yeah. I can't believe we did it under an hour.
Yeah, man, that was like a straight up. That was an episode. We had a nice chill exploration sequence, and we had a devastating murder.
Yeah, and I got, I think was that 2 or 3 lizards. I wasn't keeping track.
Yeah, I was deep in thought.
I will say the one thing.
How's your head, buddy?
Feeling a bit better. The CBD and tea and Lunchbillion voice really helped.
Lunchbillion is recommended by several doctors.
Yeah. I was gonna say going back onto the vandalize.
Sorry, I meant disgraced former doctors.
I feel so I feel so like off like seeing an AMV edit of the Kingdom Hearts 3 opening with vandalize. And like I would have much preferred this. I love Utada's music, especially in the earlier games, but damn, that hit hard. You have no context because you haven't played any Kingdom Hearts. I just had to get some Kingdom Hearts in here somehow.
Well, it's been a while since we did Kingdom Hearts on the show. We've got to shout them out every several videos.
And got to look forward to Kingdom Hearts 4 because it's actually a thing apparently.
A guardian set loose. It keeps the flames alive.
Oh, is that going to be the? I mean, that might be the certain one that I'm thinking of. That might not be quite as big as the others, but it could be. I don't know. I don't remember all 16 Colossus eyes in this. I've only got a few stored in memories. And that was Bros in a Landfill. Well, we're gonna go kill another Colossus next time.
Signing off.
We are all visitors to this time, this place. We are just passing through. Our purpose here is to observe, to learn, to grow, to love, and then we return home.